Friends, Cowboy Joe Boo here with the Joe Boo Report, and it's another victory for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to check in on the Jason Garrett press conference as well as Dak Prescott, as well as Primetime's thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys. Are they contenders? Are they for real? Well, we'll see what they have to say. But as always, thank you guys for supporting the Joe Boo Report. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to click on the button over here so that way you can get more of the Joe Boo Report. Let's roll that tape.
Tony Romo wore a uniform during a game. Still wore the headset because Dak man. Against the #1 ranked defense in the league, the Baltimore Ravens, he connected with Dez. Not once, but twice on this day. This coming the day after Dez Bryant buried his father. 3 touchdown, 300-yard game for Prescott. It's helped the Cowboys win 9 in a row. Jerry's all smiles, and so's the head coach.
Well, it was a good game. It was a hard-fought game. There's no question about that. This is one of those games that you really have to fight through. And I thought our team did a good job of that at different times, just battling back. It was going to be a physical football game. We knew that. Over the course of the game, I think our physicality really helped us wear them down. And the challenge for us now is really put this one to bed quickly and get ready for that next one on Thursday.
You always talk about overcoming adversity. Just the latest example of your team doing that this season. You don't score on the first 4 possessions, come back, score on the final 5. I mean, they get something that the defense holds, and it's just kind of...
Yeah, just keep banging away. And it's a good defense. I believe it was the #1 defense in the National Football League coming in. So we knew what the challenges were going to be. It was not going to be easy to run the football in this game. We had to be persistent with that. I think over the course of the game, we continued to wear them down and made some bigger runs as the game wore on. And, the patience I thought that Scott had, the patience that Dak had, just continuing to bang away, trying to execute ball plays. Really important sequence for us in the game was when we got behind the chains. It was 1st and 10, then it was 1st and 20, then it was 1st and 30. And, just the poise that Dak had to kind of get us back into it. Then we made the big play down the sideline. So that was really important for us. And then, the defense continued to make stops. There were 2 drives in the game that we didn't like, but for the most part, did a good job getting off the field on 3rd down and slowing them down.
1st and 30, we kind of did it last week against Pittsburgh. We never really worry about it. We just kind of focus on this play. Everybody do their job, and when we do things like that happen, you go and score.
How big was that drive to get y'all on track, though?
It was huge. It was a big part of the game. They had just scored the drive before, so that was big for us.
Is it harder to remain patient when it's 1st and 30? Do you have to train yourself to just get a little chunkier, don't think about getting 30 yards on one play?
It might actually be easier at that point. They're not going to just give you a one-shot 30-yard play. So it's kind of easier. Just know your mentality to check it down, get some of it back, let the guys run. And they did that.
You ended on a streak, I think, 14 of the last 15, played 11 straight at the end. What got you hot?
I just worry about the one play. I didn't know necessarily that I was 14 or 15. I didn't know probably how many incompletions I threw early in the game. I knew it was a good bit, and I wasn't going as quick as I'd wanted to, or it had the great of a start. But I don't worry about that. I just keep focusing on the next play, the next call, believing in the guys around me to make plays, make the blocks, and when they do that, things get fun.
Home against the best defense in the league. Tony Romo dressed for the first time in almost a year, but just a bystander because that guy is taking over. Down 7-zip in the second, Prescott. On 1st and 30, scrambles for 12. You can do this well enough. Ran for 16 yards on the day. Then your next play is 2nd and 18. Prescott to Dez. That's a gain of 12. Then your next play is 3rd and 6. Prescott going up top. Bryce Butler, a gain of 41.
He's just giving his wide receiver a chance to make a play. That's a great feeling that you have with chemistry for that guy.
Then 3 plays later, Prescott rolling out on 3rd and goal, hitting Cole Beasley. He threw for 301 and 3 scores. Now watch the hit he took from C.J. Mosley afterwards.
Patience, timing, and running ability all on one play.
Yeah, we all thought maybe Romo would be in there, and then Dak's like, no, I'm good. Coach, I'm good. I'm not going anywhere, believe me. 3rd quarter, Zeke getting the dump down, and he became the Cowboys' all-time leading rusher among rookies, passing Tony Dorsett. But how about that leap over Tavon Young?
He's been used to doing that. I don't want him to get too used to it.
5 plays later, Prescott to Dez. An emotional 24 hours. He buried his father on Saturday. Then on Sunday, got it going against the Ravens secondary. That put the Cowboys up 17-10. And then on the 4th, just muscling past Young. His first multi-touchdown game since 2014. They have won 9 in a row in the same regular season for the first time ever. And you know what? Every year we talk about, is Jason Garrett the right coach for this team? Is he right? Well, he's pushing the right buttons this year, isn't he?
He is that. And I had an opportunity to talk to him about some things I really wanted to know. Check this out. 9 straight wins, Cowboys single season record, unbelievable, man. 8 straight games with 400 yards on offense. You got it going, Red.
Well, we're banging away. It was going to be a hard-fought game today. We knew how good they were, physical team, physical defense, best defense in the NFL, all that. So we knew it wasn't going to be easy. And thought our guys did a really good job, just kept banging away. Early on in the game, they got some stops, but nobody panicked. We just kept fighting, kept battling. And, over the course of the game, I think our physicality wore out.
Man, I know you're away from the suits and the ties and the Cowboys logo, and you're a great dude. You're a stand-up guy. But it seems as though when you guys was failing last year, you got the blame or Jerry got the blame. But when you guys are winning, I don't see you getting the credit or Jerry getting the credit. What's going on with that?
That's the way it should work. You know that. We got a really good football team. We got a great group of guys. And I'll tell you what, they're fun to coach. We jump out of bed in the morning and come coach these guys because they want to be part of a team. They work really, really hard all week long. They have fun playing on Sunday.
Red, what's the difference, man? What's the difference between last year and this year if you had to put your finger on it?
Well, one of the biggest points of emphasis that we made, starting way back in January, once the season was over, is we have to build the team the right way. And what we meant by that was we have to bring the right kind of guys to our team, all throughout our team, 1 through 53. They got to be the right kind of guys who want to be part of a team, guys who are willing to work and sacrifice, and just be part of something special. We're privileged to play and coach football for the Dallas Cowboys. I think our team understands that, and it shows in how we play.
Coach, when you're 9-1, you have the best team, the best record in the entire league. What, as a coach, do you have to guard for? What are you watching that I can't allow my team to do this, or I can't let them do that, or how do you keep them on track?
It goes back to our daily mantras. They hear me say the word focus literally 1,000 times a day, and it's the most important thing. And we had a hard-fought loss to the Giants in Week 1, and the message after that game was stay focused on what we need to do, focus on us, focus on today. And then when you start winning some games, it's the same message. And our game is set up that way. The challenges. If you're not ready when you break the huddle to go play against a guy in the NFL, he's going to get after you like none other.
Okay, we got all the work out of the way. Now let's play. Who do you think is one of the best receivers I ever had to cover in practice?
Well, you and Michael had some tremendous battles. We all witnessed that. But there was one day I ran a deep post on you. I was 10 yards down in front of you, and it was I didn't have many career highlights, but that probably is at the top of my list. Being the greatest cover guy of all time on a 60-yard deep post.
And your other coaches, wasn't he the one that threw it? Didn't Wade throw it?
Wade Wilson threw it. But you got to remember that I hadn't gotten off the line in 3 weeks. You would wire me at the line of scrimmage every play, every day. No mercy. So it was a big moment for me.
Hey, I love you, Red. Keep on doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Same here. Love you too, Dion. You're my guy.
All right, God bless you, Red.
I've never heard that before.
Man, he was wide open too. He was so happy on what to do. I let him off the jam, and he just took off.
How long do you wear that one?
For a while. He never lets me forget it. And Wade Wilson, who threw me the first touchdown pass I ever caught as a receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, was the one who threw it.
Wow. Oh, that's good. All right, let's get back to the modern version of the Cowboys. For the longest time, the narrative was, well, can they win without Tony Romo? And then how good are these rookies? And can they contend in the NFC East? I want to know right now, are we talking legit Super Bowl contenders? I get it, best record in the league, but they haven't beaten a lot of winning teams.
I like them. I like them a lot. I like them because there's a lot of balance. I like them because this was Dak Prescott's best game. Why I'm saying that is because he played against the league's one of the top defenses that we feature. Not only that, Tony Romo was on the sideline. Now he's active. Do you understand that type of pressure? That was a big game, and he flat out performed. without a blemish. This was his best game. I feel like they have so much balance, and that offensive line is so stable that they can make it there. There's a team in Seattle that I'm concerned about, and those two are going to bump heads.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree with you. I think they are contenders for all the reasons that you said. You know, offensively, they have the balance. But here's the other thing. In that conference, the NFC, when you think about it, the NFC North is not very good this year. Right. So there's not a team that's going to compete with Dallas. The only team that we actually see really is Seattle. That's the only team that we can say, you know what, that's going to be a tough game. Even the Atlanta Falcons, I think Dallas is a better team than them because they're more balanced and they're playing better on defense. And so going through the NFC conference, I think they definitely are contenders. Can they win it all? I mean, Seattle is a little bit more experienced.
If it's Seattle at Dallas for the NFC Championship right now,
It don't matter. I'm not going to say who I'm taking because the matchups. You got a big-time corner, a big-time receiver. You got two dog safeties, a tight end that ain't no joke, and a running back who's no joke. This is a heck of a matchup. You got a defensive line that Seattle features against that great offensive line. I cannot wait. It's going to come down to who makes the mistake, Dak Prescott or Russell Wilson.
But he hasn't, and that's going to be the key because Russell has been in those situations, and Dak hasn't. It goes to another level in the playoffs.
Okay. All right. I love it how we're just casting everybody